Thank you for joining me on today's live stream. We're going to talk about the state of the market. I see we are having a couple of greens coming in. So we are going to discuss the market today. All right. It has been quite dormant for a while, but I think we are good now. All right. So give me one moment as I share. Okay. All right. So we are live now. Thank you for joining. Oh, why is this thing? I think it's blur. It's blur here. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you for joining. I think when I stretched out my hand, the video paused. I didn't know YouTube has that feature. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. I didn't know YouTube has that feature. All right. Keep your questions coming. Someone says, El Zakaria, thanks for joining. How are you? If you're watching, please leave a comment. Let me do some shout outs to you guys watching. I've seen a couple of greens today, which is good. Kofi and New Vertex, Abena Edu. Thanks for joining. Everyone joining on YouTube, on TikTok. Sigabutu says, I love your crypto OG hats. Yeah. The OGs. You know, these are the kinds that our uncles used to wear back in the day. Any idea of the price point to expect? This is Alex from Creep and Wikicat. Expect within what time frame? Because expectations have to have a time frame. Hopefully each of them should clear 1-0 this year. Hopefully, you know. Yeah, Mubarak, we are still within the season. So let's see how Mubarak pans out. Don Righteous, thank you for the likes. Please like the video so it gets recommended to more people. Thank you, Mubarak. So Mubarak is seasonal. As I mentioned, that I want to give you a coin for the season, right? So I asked that we look at Mubarak. Mubarak is currently 1 cent and a 4. Right, so it's climbing up today. When you look from 24th, today is what, 25th, right? So from 24th, the morning of 24th, it's taking a U-turn here. I know it's gone down quite a bit. We had a pump, right? We had a pump to 2 cents, then it's gone down. So it's found a good support around this base. 1 cent and a 3. It's found a good support at 1 cent and a 3. All right. So there's this room. We have this room to hit back at the 17th, 15th, 16th February price point, which is back to 2 cents. All right. It's easier to come up here and then find the resistance. All right. So if we are holding this coin for the season, I think that this is still an early entry point for Mubarak. This is still an early entry point for Mubarak. COA. Abner says I'm a newbie and I'm still learning. I buy coins on my trust wallet. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. Watch my beginner guide, yeah? Beginner series. Trust wallet, all the Dex wallet, MetaMask, and all that. They will help you out. All right. What platform do you use for crypto? BitGet, Binance, MetaMask. Those are my go-tos. Those are the top three that I use. Yeah, COAI. Let's see. Let's see what we can find on that one. Chain Opera, 31 cents. But we are even lucky enough to have this hovering around 31 cents. I feel like it has found a very good base around that price point. Right? Because it went down, 9th February went down to 2 cents and a 7. 2 cents and a 7. The reason why this coin is very volatile is that the liquidity is not as heavy. So it makes the price very, very volatile. When liquidity is not too heavy, any small amount of money that goes into a coin, it fluctuates the price so much. So that's one reason why this fluctuates a lot, the COAI coin. Seems Xpin has not heard anything about bull run, no movement. 2015. Xpin. Xpin also support around 0014. Right? We did a good run here. We did a good run here, and then we are almost retracing by 100%. This for Xpin. I'm going to switch to a higher time frame and see. So we had 1 cent. It went to 1 cent and then it's back down almost by 10x. So we are back down to where we started for Xpin. Please, there was some hope here. See a pump here, but it didn't last long. 1 cent and then went to about 3 cents and then back down again. The problem is we can't really hold as much as we think we can hold. So imagine if 90% of the buyers or 80% are holding, it's going to really support this. But most of us, we step out, we cheat out of it. So Xpin hasn't really moved much. Generally, it's bearish because when you look at it from here, it's bearish. If we break this price point, if we get to about 0013, 0013, then we are coming down. We'll come down to this point, 0007, 3 zeros and a 7. But hopefully, if we can move beyond this, then we are likely to hit this price zone, 3 cents. If we break this price point, if we break 2 cents, 002.002, then we'll be heading towards 0.003 based on technicals. All right. Holy Ayanja. Okay, so what's he saying? He says, which project can I invite? Invest $100. That's what you're trying to say. Which project can I invest $100? Where in a month I can get like $100, 100% in a month. That's a very high risk venture. If you want to get $100 on $100, that's very high risk. So I don't know which project or which investment platform is going to give you 100% returns in 30 days. Nah, bro. Nah, lower your expectations. All right. Lower expectations. Very lazy man, you are welcome. Sikafutru, how are your bots doing? My bots are doing good. I think it's usually I put my results in an Excel file, right? Let me see. Well, I haven't accessed it here. Let me see how I can show something. How can I do this? But I've withdrawn a little bit of profit. I've taken a little bit of profit out of it. So how do I twist this? I've seen the manual video. Yeah, I've seen the manual video. I've just not bought it. Neither have I really looked into it. I've just glanced through the project. It's one of those meme coins, but I haven't really invested in it. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna do it like this, right? So, all right. So with the bots, I'm running the arbitrage bots, and then I'm running Vespers minting, not futures trading, because futures trading there was some catastrophe that happened on there. So I'm just focusing on the minting aspect, right? So if you check, I'm kind of like tracking my progress, right? So if you check the Excel, you can see that balance from the bots, which I had already taken out 1,500. So balance from the bots on 16 February, the gross balance, that's when I started documenting. I was like, let me put this in an Excel. So 16th, which was about 9 days ago, I had about 1,700, right? 9 days ago. Today, I'm at 3,262. So you see that already I've made extra like 1,005 in 9 days, right? From the bots that I'm running. Then I've withdrawn 140, I've withdrawn 350. So my balance, my net is around, this thing I have to put. So my net is around 3,000. No, because I've taken this, my net is around 2,008. So when you check the daily net percentage growth, 9%, 13%, 5%, 9%, 6%, 5%, 4%, right? And the net nominal growth is also here, right? Today I haven't put in my figures, but if I put in my figures, it will update the daily percentage growth on capital, and it will also update the average daily nominal growth on capital. And then this week, the profit was $900 from the bots I'm running. You see, so that was good amount. But this week, because I've withdrawn, it will drop. I will not get 900 because I've withdrawn a lot. I've withdrawn I've withdrawn about 490. Right. So yeah, so far so good. The bots are doing well. Like I always say, it's not financial advice, and then you have to only invest what you can afford to lose. Okay. But so far so good. They are all running. They are all running. All right. Do you know how I can buy tokenized silver and copper? I don't know if you're on my page. Are you on my page? Because if you're on my page, I have mentioned all those things. So scroll through my page or use the search button and type silver or copper, and then you see it. Do you have trading a tutorial video on the bots crypto? Yeah, I have some on my YouTube, the shorts and then the video section, so you can check that. Right? Remember, it should be an amount you can afford to lose. Okay, don't invest way more than you can afford to lose. So AppCore, for example, AppCore is giving me about 1.2% minimum per day, right? And then Loom is giving about 1% per day. And then Vespers Maintain is giving 0.7% per day. So imagine if 9 days I've been able to make 1,000, right? How much can I make if all the projects are still running by the end of the year? Do you see? And this is passive income. This is aside the things you are doing and all that. So it's good. I mean, crypto has come to change lives. So Yeah, it's good that knowing that at the end of every day you have something coming in and you can use it for something. Even with the passive income that is coming, you can also say, oh, I want to DCA on some of the tokens. I want to use that money to buy tokens. That's also a good option. And then you grow your portfolio. Yeah. You can easily hit your token number targets. Okay, maybe I want to get 10,000 XLM coins. You can easily hit that because you now use the passive income to buy those coins that you've been wanting to buy. Do you get the whole concept? So my goal this year, like I said, is to build a structure and to invest in different bots that I know that, oh, these bots are going to be bringing me passive income. Then I can use that money to also reinvest in other ventures. I need a coin for crude oil. I am yet to see a tokenized crude oil. You see, this is why crypto is going to go big, because all these things, you should be able to buy them on the blockchain, right? So crude oil, let me see. This one, crude oil Brent, $65. $65. So if I come here, I can get it on Radium. You can buy oil on XT. Buy crude oil on XT. So you know what? Even crude oil is also doing well. I think I have to share this information. I can share this information on the pages. So thank you for that. How do I start? Check my channel. Yeah. No, the bots are not available. They are on their own platforms. That's the risk involved. The fact that they are on their own platforms. But some of us, we decided to take the risk and it's yielding. Yesterday, I showed them AI Intuition. AI Intuition, when you put in 500, anything from 500 above, they give you 5% per day. So AI Intuition it's giving me like $25 every day, right? When I put in 500. But I told the guys that one is high risk. I even mentioned it on my channel that one is high risk because to get 5% a day is high risk. So just so you know, right? And for that one, I didn't even share a link. I just mentioned the name and I didn't share a link because I didn't want people to get involved. A lot of people claim they can handle the risk, but when something happens, they'll come and say, hey, Danny, and I lost my money and I did, and I'm not going to do that. So I told myself that I'll just enjoy it myself. If something happens to the project, if it shuts down, I lose my money, right? Because, people will tell you, nah, I can handle the risk. By the time the project shuts down, they're going to come and complain. So I don't want to hear any of those things. I just keep it to myself. How much can I use to start in trading? I mean, the bots, do you mean the bots or trading as in trading in general? Can you clarify? Can you clarify? Can you clarify? I was going to show something. Okay, yeah, I think I remember what it is. Okay. So this is what I was going to show you, the AI Intuition one. I did 3% a day. That one is $50. $50, a minimum of 50. That one is 3% a day. So I did that one. It runs for 12 days. After the 12 days, like every day, they give you your profits, the 3% of $50. Right? You can do more, but that's the minimum to get started on a 3% package. So I ran that for 12 days, took all my profits. I was cashing out almost because 3% is small, I wait for it to pile up a bit. So every 3 or 4 days, I cash out from that. And after 12 days, they also refunded my money. So they refund the money and then the profits, I was cashing out every day. So I'm done with that one, right? And then this morning, I broke even on the $500 one. And that's what I want to show you here. That's what I want to show you here. This is it. So I broke even on this one. This is like 5% a day. This, you can see here, right? Do you see? It says total invested 500, total and 500, right? This is AI Intuition. They also run AI classes, which is $100, 199 or $100. They're going to teach you how to create content with AI. They also have courses on there, right? But this I consider it high risk because it's high reward, right? Yeah. So, and then you see the withdrawals I was doing. When you check, you see 25, 25, 25, right? These are the dates and times I was doing those withdrawals. Withdrawal. So when it accrues, you withdraw. So accrue, withdraw, right? Completed. Do you see that? Is there any prophetic new coins? No, apart from the 9 that I've shared. Not really. Not really. Join my Telegram and WhatsApp if you are not on there. Any new prophetic coin that I also like feel strong about, I'm gonna share. All right. Someone, okay, trading in general. You want to know how much you need for trading in general. Um, the more you have, the better. So I would say if you have a minimum of 1,000, is good. The more you have, the better because the market is brutal and very unfriendly towards small accounts. You are likely to blow your account if your money is small. So the more you have, the better. If you have 10K, that's even way better. If you have 100K, that's even way, 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 way better. If you have a million, way, way, way better, right? So if you have a million and even making 500 a day with trading, that's still good. All right. How much do I need to start? So yeah, that's what I said. And then platforms to use: BitGet, Binance, BitGet and Binance. Yeah, they have some good coins on there you can be trading. But you need to learn technical analysis. You need to study and know how to read the candlesticks. All right, know how to read the candlesticks. It goes a long way to help you. Yeah, it goes a long way to help you. All right. Uh, XLM, H bar, Cardano, Mana. Mana is very quiet these days. I don't know why. Um, I don't know why they went quiet. I don't know what happened to the community. But Mana is an OG coin. You know, when people talk about Mana and Sand, I know that you've been in crypto for long. Because Mana is like a 5 years ago kind of coin. Oh. You know, when people talk about Mana, I'm like, wow, that's an OG. Look at this, 4 years ago, it was still there. All-time low was 8 years ago. So when I hear someone talk about Mana, I'm like, you are an OG. Mana coin, Mana was like hot cake, you know, back in the day. But now we don't really get to hear. I don't know. It keeps dipping. I don't know if you want to hold, and I don't know what the future holds. But Mana is not a coin that I would like to hold. Right? I wouldn't like to hold Mana, but some people would. I don't know what plans they have in store. And I don't know whether the metaverse thing is going to be another thing that would rise up again because it was trending the time of metaverse when a lot of people were saying that you can buy real estate in the metaverse, right? There's a new thing coming is the metaverse. People can buy land, own land on the blockchain and all that. That's when Mana started trending. It was trending seriously, but now, but for now, let me do this. But for now, the whole metaverse thing is no longer as trendy as it used to be. So I don't know. I don't know if you want to hold it still. Who knows what the future holds? You know? Yeah, but we have a strong support broken. This was yearly support, right? 2022. From 2022 into 2025, for 3 years, price couldn't fall below 20 cents. And it broke that support and it's back down here. So can we find a new support? A new support is probably around this 6 cents, right? 6 cents new support. Will it rise from there? I cannot tell. So Mana, I don't know if you still want to hold it. BNB Lion. Okay, Alex is asking about the bots trading. It depends on how you want to approach it. If you want to spread your investments, for example, somebody was asking that if they have about 4,000 or $5,000, how should they spread it across the bots? And I was saying that, okay, you could possibly do 1,000 for each of them. You could do maybe 1,000 in minting. That gives you $7.2 a day, right? For 3 years, because you activate Vespers minting for 3 years. So if you are getting, you put in 1,000, right? And the thing is for 3 years. So 365 multiplied by 3 is what? It's 1,095. So 1,095 multiplied by 7.2. So that's 7,884. Okay, now 7,884 divided by 3 will give you 2,628 per year, right? 2,638 divided by 12. That gives you $219 every month. $219 every month from $1,000 investment. So that's the possibility, right? That's the possibility. Okay. And then let's say you go for LumX. If LumX is still there after 1 year, LumX is giving about 1%. So if you put in, that's at $10 every day. So 10 times 365 days, you're getting 3,600 from $1,000, right? So yeah, those are the Hi, Josie, how are you? We are doing good. Net Films, how are you? Yeah, so that's 1% per day. AppCore is 1.2%. And you can also turn on auto compound. For me, I'm compounding on AppCore, right? I'm compounding on AppCore. I think my actual deposits, were around 1,700 and something, right? But when you check AppCore, this is AppCore, right? They do the arbitrage trades for you and all that. So when I come to balance, you see I have 2,198, right? 2,198. But when you check, so when you go to auto withdrawal, you see that I have been paid $405. And Upcore, I started probably maybe a month ago, right? Maybe, yeah, I think around a month ago. So far, I've been paid $400. Let's say $400 in 1 month. But out of the 400, I've only withdrawn about $40. I'm compounding the rest. Okay, so you see this button is turned on. Reinvest profit is on. So it will reinvest the profit that it gets. Now, I was talking with a friend. What if we could set up our own arbitrage system and create our own arbitrage, engine as a community? And then we see that, oh, undervalued cryptos community, we have our own arbitrage bot. That would be crazy. That would be insane. And if we can give everybody investing in it, maybe even at 1% or 1.2 or 1.5% a day, we are gone. My problem right now is how would people feel safe keeping their money on a platform like this? That is why I talk about these platforms not so often. Like once in a while, I'll just flash it. But if it were to be my project, I'll talk about it almost every day. At least we can hold meetings, look at how the investment is doing. It'll be amazing. But it takes a lot of investment to get it started. All right. All right. So just saying. Let's look at our cryptos. So today we are having some good greens coming in. Most of the coins are in green. Cardano is really doing well here. And I realized that my cold wallet portfolio is also recovering. It went down, down, down. The more you buy, it's like the more the thing was dipping. CMC 20 is also uh, kicking up a little bit. Let's see. Let's see which coins. Ethereum has gone up by 11% within the last 24 hours. Because it was at 1,008 and we are 2K now. So let's see the best performing coins within the last 24 hours. All right. Polka dot, 25%. That's good. It's really the last 24 hours. So let me do it this way. Yeah. So that's the yeah. So yeah, that's what Sikafuto is saying. Yeah, if we can have a community bot and we know that this thing is doing arbitrage for us, that'll be crazy, you know. Yeah. So Polkadot, Filecoin, Aptos, Uniswap. Oh, Uniswap is back to 4. If I were trading futures, this would have made a lot of money because it went down to 2 something and this one blew my account. I had 2 accounts. This one blew one of the accounts because it went down and then closed my account. And that would have been a good move on this. Litecoin, Doge. Let's see XDC. Let's check on XDC. Chainlink. Chainlink is really struggling, but today it's had a good move. You can see it here. What, $8.13 to $9.46. More than $1. So that's not bad. That means if you are $8,000 here, it would have taken you to 9,000. But you need to cash out because we are still bearish. The market is generally bearish, so a lot of people will still take their profits. All right, they're going to take their profit. So from here to there, you have to do your measurement and spot a potential retracement point, which is around 8.6. So from here, you can cash out, wait for 8.6 and re-enter. 8.9 could also be a new support because if this resistance is broken, we could also have it as a new support point from here, right? And then bounce off and up we go. We could also have an M formation here, right? We can have an M formation here too, right? It's also possible, but I need to be looking at the candlesticks. And as they form, you can tell where next to be moving, all right? Okay, so let's see. XDC, I was going to look at XDC. I'm new here. How can I start trading in cryptocurrency? I would say that get acquainted with my content. Go to the playlist and go to tutorials for beginners and then get started with that. Know the wallets we have, understand the various concepts and all that. So XDC, I think it's not falling. Has it fallen to 2 cents yet? Oh, it went to 2 cents and then 9. Wow. Just for a brief moment. That was first week of February. That fall was massive. That first week, that fall was massive. Then it's gonna come down again from here. It'll come down. 3 cents. 3 cents and a 3 is imminent. Okay. 3 cents and a 3 is imminent here on this move. Okay. We had a serious pump and then it came down again. I wonder what happened. And all this happened within an hour. Let me see the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, it happened in a short moment and then tanked again and come down. Yeah, we'll have a couple of people withdrawing here. So we could look at a good entry point at about 3 cents, 3 cents and a 3, 3 cents and a 3.9, 3 cents and a 3.8 around that price zone. So, but if you don't mind and you are a long-term holder, you can still enter in on XDC at this price. All right, you can still enter in on XDC at that price. Yeah. Yeah, so basically that's it. I'm going to give more light on that. I'm going to throw more light on the crude oil, buying crude oil on the blockchain. All right, I'm going to throw more light on that. So join my Telegram if you are not on there. Undervalued crypto. Make sure you're in the right group. There are a lot of duplicates out there, so be sure you're in the right group. All right. Thank you for joining today's stream. I will see you in the next. Okay, so Serene Love, visit my playlist and then watch the guide for beginners. Okay. All right. Have a good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. I'll see you next time. Bye.